Alright, so I was gonna make a video about this like a while, but it kind of goes in line with the last video I just made about spreading negativity. And in that video I was talking about how some people think they need to be in a relationship with another person, and the reason why they think that is because they're not right with themselves. The relationship they have with themselves isn't going well, so they branch out to see to look for someone that will give them that, and that's why they're sad. That's where their sadness comes from. And so I wanted to talk about like loving yourself as your own person, talking with yourself, having conversations with yourself, and pretend like you're that you're a whole different person, because you don't even know yourself, right? Like nobody does. No one knows themselves to 100%, but it's how close you can get with yourself. Is like, that's how people become great, is because how close can they get with themselves to where they are completely comfortable just being themselves with no judgment, because the only judge would be themselves. And they'd be like, am I doing a good job in what I'm doing, or what I'm doing right now is bad? Like, they'll ask themselves that, and they'll have conversations with themselves. And it kind of sounds crazy, but that's how it should be. So the first step to being better at life is loving yourself and forgiving yourself for like anything you've done, and like telling yourself that you can do better and all that. So you also got to be hard on yourself. Like, if you're not doing anything, then you just gotta get up and bear some suffering, right? Some meaningful suffering. Because if you're just suffering there's no reason why you're suffering, then of course you're gonna get depressed. So we have two natures. So one person has two natures. This is for everyone. We are two people in one, and that's why sometimes you'll promise to yourself something like doing your homework or trying to wake up early in the morning. You'll promise yourself that, and then you won't carry through, and you'll wonder why. You're like, why didn't I told myself I was gonna do it and I didn't. Stuff like that. And So who is the one stating the goal, and who is the one carrying it out? So you have your two natures, which is the flesh, and then you have the you, the one that's like thinking, the one that's in your brain. So the better relationship you have with these inner natures, the stronger you become. So pretend you are your own best friend, and keep each other in line. There's the physical, and then there's the mental, the two natures. And with that, you're done.